The Mandalorain Season 1, Episode 5, titled Chapter 5, The Gunslinger. And this episode, out of the 5 episodes that we got given so far, out of the 8, I won't lie, I kind of felt this episode be the weakest out of the season. Mainly, and I still like it, but here's the thing. This episode was directed and written by David Filoni, who has a very high, a lot of experience in animation. This episode and the first episode that he directed, which was the first episode of the show, has been the only live action directing wise he has experience. All the other stuff he's directed have been animation. Funny enough, a lot of Star Wars related stuff like Rebels and Clone Wars, and that Clone Wars movie, that animated movie that came out in theaters like 11 years ago, he directed that. And the thing, me bringing that up, I think is a very important point, because this episode felt very cartoony, very animated. I mean, there's droids that I was ready for them to say Roger. I mean, really, this episode, funny enough, because it's the guy that did Clone Wars, it did felt not as much, but kind of had a prequel vibe towards it. It kind of did have a prequel vibe towards it. We have these droids that are just there for comedic effect. Characters are very cartoony and over the top a little bit. I mean, there's a scene where like a nanny trying to do the whole cute to Baby Yoda, which I'm like, normally in the past 4 episodes I would find that cute, but that is maybe a little over the top. We have the main one of the main characters of this episode, which is this brand new bounty hunter who's asking Lando for help for his first bounty. He feels like if Han Solo got Anakin Skywalker type of dialogue. Not as bad, but you know, he did kind of, like, spoiler, like, he does turn the 180 very quickly to, like, help me, Mandalorain, you're my only hope to I got the high ground. And when I heard that, spoiler, the Mandalorian does say we can't attack this person because they got the high ground, which is fucking hilarious. Just about like, well, I hope only if Obi-Wan just hope Anakin Skywalker's at the corner, because he's like, if he hears that, that's Death Star when he was around. If you say the high ground, you might get choked. Like, it's all that kind of stuff. Because he's like, anyway. So that was a joke that I just pulled out of my butthole and thought it was going to be funny. But anyway, you probably understand. Anyway, make a better joke about the whole Anakin Skywalker and high ground stuff. Anyway, yeah, is this episode? I mean, it does feel like Psycho Pete. Outside of those droids, which I did find the CGI for those droids a little bit wonky. All the action and special effects and the quality, like visual wise, is really well done. I mean, there's a good space battle at the beginning. That is like, wow, like I don't think I have ever seen a TV level space battle that is at this quality and does and is movie type of space battle. So yeah, it did feel a little bit it's a script that, I mean, acting wise, that would work really well in animation, but when it comes to live action, it's not really that. It's good, but it doesn't have that hook that the other 4 episodes did.